This is a sculpture of Aristide Maillol, Rivière, which is in Paris. And I think it's a great example of decision making, as in sculpting, as in design, what needs to be sacrificed and what needs to be used. So if we look at the particular detail of it and look, that's a laying down figure, right? So it's almost falling, has enormous movement in its position. So it's like rolling over on the side, but at the same time, it's definitely in the movement because this part is already falling off the base. By the way, it's big. It's a really big piece of work. But then at the same time, if you look at the so-called anatomy of the design, look, there is no per se gravity. The breasts are not falling down. The stomach muscles are not hanging. So the treatment of the form is done for the form and design of a sculpture rather than for the reality of per se what's supposed to be happening. So at the same time, if you look at the head, it's tilting, but not all the hair, again, flying over. So it's a decision which the sculptor makes based on necessity of sculpting and composition rather than driven by, let's say, anatomical truth. So there is not much anatomical truth in treatment of the stomach and the chest, but it's just beautiful. And look how far the shoulders are off the chest. So they're attached to the chest rather than jammed into the chest, which is very important. We usually make that mistake. Look, it's additional to the chest. It's very very clear here. Again, if I'll take the tool, that's the box of the chest. And then there's an addition to it of a shoulder. So there's a space between the arm and the shoulder. The same goes to the other side. If we turn it around and we'll look at it, same goes for that. You can see there's a bridge, there's an enormous distance between the edge of the chest and the shoulder. Very important. So again, in reality, there's nothing here from reality, but it looks so real. And that is, I think, is an extremely well-designed sculpture, and it's beautifully shaped, formed. So it doesn't matter from where you're looking at it, from each angle. It's just gorgeous. Look at that landscape of the form. I love that sketch fab for allowing us to do all this possible angles which are practically impossible in life. And again, looking at the sculpture of the hand, it's done for the movement rather. Look how it opens gently and it creates the sense of movement. It's like a music with the hand, with the fingers, goes into the hair and starts back into the hand on the top. At the same time, it's massive. So it has that sense of gravity moving into the sense of gravitas. So it has the volume, the weight, the size of it. It's a great example of what sculpture could be. Hello, my name is Simon Kogan. I have been a sculptor longer than I can remember. I have over 13 years of Russian academic training, MFA, and apprenticeship under my dear teacher Isaac Brodsky. I am very excited to share everything I have learned over the years with you in this course. Sculpting is creating a new form of life, not a copy of existing world. Sculpture is the witness to that experience. In the first week, you will learn how to see as a sculptor. You will draw, you will walk the line, to learn what you see, and you will sculpt what you have learned. In week 2, I will introduce the box concept. This is the foundation for your freedom sculpting any figure in any space. This will be the road to understand and to succeed in sculpting not the surface, but the core of new reality. Week 3 will be all about anatomy, but not the anatomy you expect. You will learn about joints, mechanics of the joints, muscles, and their place in space. I will simplify the complex, vast anatomy to a concentrated minimum any sculptor will ever need. I will illustrate it in 2 and 3-dimensional form. Week 4 will be our victory round. You will be taking all the knowledge that you accumulated in these previous weeks, and you will sculpt the new world, seen and created by you. Sculpting loose is misunderstood. From now on, you will be sculpting unconstrained, liberated from common standards. Your sculpture will have a new truth and a new reality.